we help you make those difficult recipes just a little less complicated. I'm Rainey.
And I'm Melissa, and today we're going to show you how to make something delicious.
Okay, so we're going to be making tempura batter today, and tempura is actually pretty easy to make. It's just flour, egg, and ice water and a little bit of salt. The ice is really important because that will help to make our batter, once it's fried, much more light, fluffy, and crispy. So what we're going to be frying today is sweet potato. We've got an onion, so we're going to do tempura onion rings, and we've also got some asparagus, very thick asparagus, might I add, so hopefully it'll still be a little bit crunchy after the frying. You can also do broccoli, bell peppers, mushrooms, whatever kind of vegetables that you want to put in.
And the reason we are doing an onion is because somebody asked for onion rings, but we didn't want to do conventional onion rings, so we're doing this, and if you don't like this, we're sorry. We just wanted to try something where we could do more than one thing in our batter.
Alright, so we're going to cut up our sweet potato. In order to make the pieces a little bit bigger, we're going to kind of cut it at an angle. You can make them really thin, or you can make them a little bit thicker so they've got a bit more of a bite to them. I actually prefer mine somewhere in between. If you can get it this thin, usually a sharp knife would help with that. So go ahead and cut that up until you finish cutting your potato. Okay, and to cut our onion, we're going to cut off the ends first. And try not to go all the way down to the cutting board so that you can peel off that skin. It doesn't always work that well. But I got lucky. Just makes it a lot easier to peel off that outer layer. And then it looks like usually 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch slices are good, so this one looks like it can be cut into thirds. And then you can just peel out your layers of onions, which is the wrong one to demonstrate this on, but just separate those out and try not to cry too much. My eyes are burning. Check this out. Oh. Those are good. We cut these asparagus. We're going to cut off the ends. And I don't know, what do you think? Those are kind of big. Should we cut them in half?
Yeah.
Here we are. To make our batter, we're going to use about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of flour here. Sprinkle in some salt, maybe a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half, I guess. 1 egg. And you can mix that in. And then you want to add your ice water. And you want to mix in the water until it becomes the consistency of a milkshake. It's going to take some mixing. It doesn't have to be all smooth, a little bit of difference in consistency is kind of nice sometimes. So you don't have to be a perfectionist.
That looks like a very funky vanilla milkshake with ice in it.
Funky, funky. That looks pretty good. You should have a little bit of a line left when you're stirring. You can also check to see if it drips. Not too quickly, but that's good enough. This will be a nice thin batter. You can make it thicker, of course, by not adding so much water. Okay, so to test the oil, we're going to take a little bit of our batter and drip it into the oil, and if it goes to the bottom and comes right back up, then it's ready. So this is not quite ready just yet. Testing, testing. Okay. So, we'll do onion rings first. So, coat them in flour so that the batter sticks a little easier to your veggie bowls. And then plop them right in there. And then nice and covered. And because the batter has ice in it, it's going to lower the temperature of the oil as soon as you put whatever vegetable you're doing in there. So add them in gradually, not all at a time, all in one time, so your oil doesn't get too cold. And you should cook them until they get a nice golden brown. You don't want them to get too dark. Remember, they'll continue cooking in their oil that's on them after you take them out of the actual oil. Okay, next we're going to do our potatoes. These hold on to flour a lot, and you want to make sure that you don't cake it on there. Just get it on enough so that they're coated. And usually, because there's a spot that you have to grab onto these with, there's going to be an area that doesn't have a whole bunch of batter on it. So again, it's just a little variance in consistency, which is a good thing. As the ice melts in your batter, you may need to add more. You really do want to keep the batter cold and the oil hot. So sometimes you may need to allow a little bit of time between frying for the oil to heat back up a little bit. And again, the way that you test it is just by taking your chopsticks or whatever you're using to do your tempura batter and dripping it in. And if it comes back straight up like that, then you're good.
And you'll notice if it starts to get cool, when you put stuff into the batter, it won't float up immediately. It'll stay down at the bottom. So when it starts to get cool, kind of slow down. Don't put your stuff in there so quickly, and
chill, just chill.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. So we have our sweet potato right over here, these slices. We have our onion rings, and we have our asparagus. And you could probably make a dipping sauce for these if you want. We're not going to because they taste fine the way they are. We used a thick asparagus because it stayed a little bit crispy. So when you bite into it, it's not soggy. That's gross.
But that amount of vegetables makes a lot more.
Yeah, and we did only one bunch of asparagus, one sweet potato, and one very large onion. And that was a lot. Because we have more over here. Check it out.